It's Adam with Otherworldly Culture. Today we're joined by Zach of Death Comes Lifting and Rich of Horror Realm and frequent contributor to Dead on Movie Reviews. We're just doing a quick recap of Horror Realm from Jesus almost a month ago, but certain circumstances have delayed this, and glad to see you guys. How's it going?
It's awesome.
Good. Locked down and healthy.
I'm glad we got Horror Realm in right before the outbreak, dude. I mean, we were like, what, 2 weeks off from that?
I think it's a week off because
Yeah.
I was getting ready for like the Code Orange record release show, and
Yeah, that's right.
like that Wednesday, it was just like shit started getting canceled, and are they gonna have the show or not? Like,
Yeah, Rich, you nailed it with the timing, man.
yeah.
We could not have gotten any luckier. If it had been the following weekend, it would have been canceled.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it would have, and so
That's good vibes. That's good karma.
yeah, it really is. And I know, Zach, you had vended at the show.
Yeah,
How
man.
was that for you from your perspective?
Well, first of all, every business aside, it was just a shit ton of fun and an awesomely ran event. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. It was the greatest experience I've had at a convention. Everyone was awesome, just people wise. Logistically, it was just great. It ran great, and we did really well, so that helps too. But it was so much fun, man. It really was, and everybody I talked to felt the same way. They really enjoyed it. It was a community vibe, and it was just a lot of fun. Sometimes they can be a pain in the ass, as you both know. You know.
Yeah.
Second. So thanks, Rich. I loved it, even a month out.
You're welcome. I'm glad to hear that feedback. It's always difficult for me to gauge things without getting feedback because, one, I'm hypercritical of us, and I can't take it in from the same perspective that you guys can. So I like to hear that feedback.
Which, being a promoter of the show, how was it for you? What were your takeaways from almost a 2-3 year hiatus from doing the show?
You know, it's funny. I don't know if it was because we were on hiatus, but it was the most fun I've had ever at a Horror Realm convention. Things went smooth overall. You know, the Crown Plaza, they've always been so easy to work with. That makes it great. The vendors and the guests couldn't have been any better. You know, as you can imagine, sometimes you get people who aren't as easy to deal with. We've never had that issue with guests and very few vendors over the years. So that was nice. And then just things ran smooth enough that I actually got to sit back and have some fun at night, that was an added bonus. I don't always get to do that.
Yeah, I know we got to hang out with you for a little bit Saturday before my migraine kind of took over, but yeah, it is a shame we didn't get stuck around longer Saturday night.
Well, we had a great time. We hung around every night, I think.
Yeah,
at least a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were walking in Saturdays, we were walking out, and I wanted to see what Greg had put together for the after party. But
yeah, I wish we could have got Greg here. We'll get him on the next one, but he did great. He DJ'd a whole bunch of different tunes, and everybody was digging it, and it was cool.
Yeah, he did
nice.
a job.
He did.
Nice. Oh, go ahead, Zach. Sorry.
No, I was just giving Greg some props. That's all. He did great.
Nice.
Yeah, and I wouldn't just say that either because we're friends.
You know, the highlight of the show for me was being able to go to Zach's table and fill up with a fresh cup of coffee.
Yeah, that was the best. Yeah, and Adam provided some great coffee for that.
Yeah, the Hawaiian macadamia nut from Allegheny Coffee Tea Exchange.
Ruined all weekend.
Yeah, I'd walk in there and I could just smell it. I'm like, people are either going to be over there getting coffee or they're going to kill him. So
Yeah, it was awesome.
the two.
That attracted people. We also had 2 things of Purell, and that was at the height of this hysteria. So I had one on each end of the table over and got some Purell, so I snagged them that way.
Nice.
Appetizer.
And you had Frank and Jan and Kyle helping you out. How'd they dig the show, or was it just kind of chill vibes all around?
It was chill vibes all around. They've done most shows with me, and they agree that this one was like the chillest, the most fun, the least stress. It was just show up and kind of enjoy yourself for the weekend. It wasn't, they always do a great job helping me out, but they loved it just as much as everyone else did. So that's always great, and they'd let me know too. So I'm shy about that.
And I would expect you to let me know if anybody's saying anything negative so I can improve.
I would. Yeah, no, it was awesome. They were John especially. He was super surprised because he's not the biggest fan, I don't think. But...
Yeah, I know. He asked me if I'd seen any issues of heavy metal, and I know Ken from Pop Culture Comics had a ton, so I think John went over there and hit him up for some things.
Yeah, he'll get flopping. He's not afraid.
Yeah.
He looks mean. He's soft.
And from what I saw, it looked like the panels were well attended. I caught part of Mike Watt's panel with Tony Moran, and then caught all 3 of the panels Zach Slur did, and the sound quality was great. It didn't sound like the teacher from Charlie Brown or anything like that I've seen at other conventions. But did you get a chance to attend any of the panels, Zach, or were you guys stuck at the table all weekend?
I was stuck at the table all weekend, but I did catch Tony Moran's panel, and it was probably the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. So, he's always the most entertaining. Every show he's at, he's fucking hilarious. So I was glad to catch him, and got to talk to him for a little bit. He's funny, but I heard it was all great.
Nice.
Caroline Williams.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what happened. The audio on the Caroline Williams and Patricia Tallman panels that Mike didn't pick up.
Oh, really?
Which was a bummer because the Tallman panel was great. I was looking forward to watching it again, but she was.
Which is great. I'm always stoked when that happens.
Yeah, she's super down to earth. We met her and Kelly Maroney. Those were the 2 we had to meet, and both of them were just great. And
they're over.
Yeah, Tony Moran looked to have a hell of a long line Saturday. Like every time I looked over at his table, he is just swamped.
Dude cracks me up. Good for him.
Yeah, ask him about Ace Frehley's manager next time you talk to him.
Yeah, I heard you tell me that story. Did he beat up Ace Frehley's manager, or was it like his?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
beat
Ace Frehley's manager.
Yeah,
I believe it. I'll take Tony Moran all day, man. My money's on Michael Myers.
My friends from that I grew up with came Saturday. And, they ended up drinking beers all night with. Well, I don't know what Tony was drinking, beers and everything else. And my one friend's a shit talker from way back, and I kept going into the bar to check on him because I'm like, oh my god, Tony's gonna end up crushing his skull.
Yeah, don't say the wrong thing. I just sat back, listened.
They got along better than I thought. I thought my buddy would go overboard, but he didn't. And next time Tony comes here, he's taking Tony out to play golf for money.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful. Yeah, that was fun hanging out with all them. That was great.
Well, that's part of what I mean, like how we try to set up Horror Realm, that you at least have a chance to go to the bar and end up having drinks with these people too. And
right.
Like in a lot of shows, you do end up doing it, but it doesn't always work out that way. Yeah, I think we give people a chance at some special moments if they take advantage of it, and they're respectful.
Yeah. Like I noticed everyone was kind of out mingling after hours, which it's hit and miss at most other shows. You may have the people that are out, the people that go back to their room, but it seemed like everyone was kind of hanging out after hours at Horror Realm. So
Definitely.
yeah, and the vendors were great. There's a ton of killer vendors there. I know I bought a Pumpkinhead poster from Cinema Wasteland. We hit up Zach's table.
Thank you.
Hit up T-Shirt Joe, and then we bought some stuff from Pop Culture Comics. But man, you had quite an eclectic group of vendors there. Was it kind of easy to narrow that down to what vendors you wanted, or was it you kind of had to do an elimination process for them?
We do end up doing a little bit of elimination, if you will, when we send out the vendor tables are available. We do limit the amount of certain things, because if there's 20 people selling T-shirts, then how does anybody make money or decent money?
Right.
And then even when we narrow it down that there's only going to be so many guys selling T-shirts or so many DVDs, we make sure that they're different enough also. It gives everybody a chance. Like, if you're into T-shirts, you're probably going to buy from all 3 or 4 of these guys as opposed to just one.
Right.
Or DVDs. Like, you're going to go to Cinema Wasteland and Severance Table and find a bunch of stuff as opposed to just buying from one. So
right.
We do jury it a little bit, I guess, is how they refer to that. I feel like the variety is important.
Yeah, I think it is, because I noticed like Time Capsule Toys was there, and they had more of the old school toys, where Pop Culture, even though they're brick and mortar, they have kind of a similar setup. They brought more of their posters and comics and kind of stayed away from the toy side. So it's kind of nice to see you had 2 similar vendors that they ended up bringing different things. So that's pretty cool to see.
I thought about that too, because those 2 are such good friends. I wouldn't say no to either of them. So
yeah, and with the current situation, has that impacted how you're kind of looking at going into next year's show, or have you given it much thought yet, or is it kind of just?
I'm giving it thought, but it hasn't really. There's not much we can do right now, because for all we know, next March, when we have our next show, yes, there will be another show next March. For all we know, we'll be back to doing things like we've always done it, or it could be a whole new ball game where we are supposed to distance ourselves a little and maybe have to do these things different. The good part is there should be plenty of shows that have to adjust, and shows that are bigger than us that have to adjust how they do things beforehand that we can learn from if adjustments are necessary. So
yeah, because you kind of fall in that middle area as far as like, I don't want to say bigger or smaller shows, because that just sounds kind of dumb to me, but that's the way people label them, where to me, I think any show's a big show because it's either the show's happening or it's not. So,
I mean,
the
labels are always going to exist. We're a small
right.
show. I mean, I'm not embarrassed by that, because, I think we bring as much fun as the big shows if you go into it the right way. And I always hope, and I don't know if it's true or not, I hope that our vendors and guests can do well. Yeah, I know you can make 5 digits at some of these big shows, but what are your expenses and logistics and everything else, and what did your inventory cost to get to that 5 digits?
Right, and thing, like you said, you're more of a VHS era show. Wasteland's kind of got the grindhouse, maybe late 70s, depending on who their guest list is. And then you have the bigger, not, I'd say from a horror standpoint, they'd be A-listers, but for everyone else, kind of B, C, D list celebrities. So,
I
I,
honestly, oh sorry.
go ahead.
Oh no, real quick. I was gonna say honestly, I think going forward we might have it easier than some of those big shows because we're probably as a country gonna have to be a little more careful with things going forward.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
there's going to be a percentage of people who are a little more fearful. I think a size show like us, we have the ability to probably adapt and continue easier than some of these big shows. Um, Plus, because we're smaller, we don't have as much financially on the line as those big shows. So if we have the same size crowd, great. If we have a couple less, we're okay. Those, you know what some of those bigger shows depend on attendance wise.
right, right. And yeah, and I think the VHS era definitely, you know, your audience. I know I had a blast there, and as a throwback for me to movies I grew up watching, whether it was, you know, stuff Savini did or Night of the Living Dead 90, Army of Darkness, stuff like that. So, definitely something I look forward to. I think Zach does as well. I know we've talked about being fans of that era quite a bit. So,
It's interesting because Zach's almost the DVD era. He's so young.
I'm right on the cusp, right on the cusp of the DVD era. But VHS is where it's at, obviously.
yeah.
It only took me 10 years to realize that was our sweet spot, and we probably should play on that a little more.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are your thoughts of? Do you have any other thoughts on the show, Zach? Like, I know I saw you talking to Fred Vogel and some of the other vendors when I was walking the room. And,
Yeah, I got to network with quite a few people, and everybody was awesome. Fred Vogel, especially. I mean, we were planning on doing a little project together before this whole thing happened. So hopefully that still keeps going. Make a little film or something like that. That guy's awesome. Yeah, everybody's just, man. I just really love the vibe, and everybody was just down to help out and support each other, which is not something you get at every show, or especially the big shows. So I hope moving forward it stays the same, or if not, gets better for you, man. I don't see how it could go any other way. You're killing it.
Well, I appreciate that. I have some goals in mind to make it even better, and not goals like we're gonna have 10,000 people through the door. I want the same size crowd. It worked out well for everybody. A couple more people is always good because it's more money going to vendors. But my big goal for a while now has been atmosphere. I got to get somebody to help me get that front lobby more atmospheric. I've tried working with a couple of the local haunted houses. I'm going to keep working on that.
That would be awesome.
yeah, that'd be cool. I know, for me, it's been a couple years since I've been to a show as a fan, and it definitely reminded me why I love going to conventions versus working them and trying to do both the like volunteer and fan thing. So it definitely put that love back in it for me, just being able to go hang out and chat with you or Zach or the Exlers, Tim, whoever we saw that we knew there. And it's a good time.
We appreciate you hanging out.
Well, what's that?
I said, to Adam, we appreciated you hanging out at the Crypt at the table and chilling.
Yeah.
And it's nice. Yeah. You too, Rich. You got to hang out quite a bit and get so that's awesome, man.
Things went smooth enough that I could actually hang out. There's been shows where I'll be walking by your table and you'll try to talk to me. They're like, I'll talk to you later.
I know.
This time I could stop and sip some coffee. And I was excited. You mentioned Exler. He's always a workhorse for us with these panels, which I really appreciate. He does such a good job. But I noticed. I think we scheduled it well this time where he got to enjoy things too, because Adam especially knows he's been pushed to his limits doing panels at shows where he's exhausted at the end of the day.
Yeah, he has, and it's good to see him kind of get that break in between and be able to walk around or just chill out in the lobby or whatever. But yeah, I know his panels, like I said, I think that's the clearest I've heard him on a panel from the various shows I've seen him do panels at. So not sure who's in charge of the sound or whatever, but if it was, oh,
I bought a PA system and plugged it in, and we got lucky.
yeah, because it's smooth. He is crystal clear. So, but yeah, I thought the setup was nice. Definitely fan friendly. Like you didn't have to walk all over God's green earth to find the ticket booth or anything like that. So it worked out real well.
It's a small hotel, so now there's the one thing I want to do. If you went down to the movie room at all, do either of you guys head down there?
I don't know. I don't think I did.
Oh no, froze up on my end. So
have you gone to did you go to the movie room at all, Adam?
Yeah, we went in to try and catch a straight edge Kager. I think they ended up playing a different movie, but the movie room seemed pretty full when we were in there. So
and that's a really nice room, but one of my other goals with this is that hall, I call it the hallway of death, because you don't really see it from
frozen.
More little rooms there that we could do things with. I just need to find a way to get people down there and fun things to do.
Yeah, I know. I had to ask Sandy where the panel room was because I'm like, okay, is it down this hallway? Is it more towards the lobby? And then, it all kind of worked out both days. But yeah, I definitely think, I don't know if you could put vendors down that hallway, but I think there's room doors back there that may kind of prohibit that a little bit. But
we've used in the past, we have used those rooms. We didn't this time. I want to reincorporate them next time. The reason we didn't use them this year is I've never been able to. The only time I was able to. A lot of people have hallway. I have movie room.
Yeah. You keep.
I need to just figure out.
You keep freezing up.
Me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Frozen in time.
It's all good. Frozen in the scary room.
Story mode.
Hey, you guys keep talking. I'm gonna try something.
All right.
Okay.
We'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back on. Yeah. So I know your table looked pretty busy all weekend, Zach.
I was very thankful for that.
Yeah, I think that's better, Rich.
There you go.
Anyway, we'll figure out how to incorporate that hallway at death next year, and that, make it even better. Make it an even better show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's pretty much all I had to cover. I know, like, I had fun. Was there anything else either you guys want to cover about Horror Realm?
It feels like it was like a year ago.
Kind of does.
But,
Who would have thought?
Man, I love it.
What did you say, Rich?
Who would have thought this would be our last fun thing for months?
I know, right? Like, yeah, everything's canceled of 2020. So
here's a question for both of you. I'll put you on the spot.
Let's do it.
What was the worst or the most negative thing you thought about the convention?
Oh,
Um, I know some people were looking for Tiffany Shepis Friday, but I think as announced Saturday she is sick. I think that's the only negative thing I saw, but
Yeah, that
for
was
me
tough.
it was
She tried to make it. She tried to get a red eye. I told her she wouldn't. She
Mhm.
tried, but so yeah, I would have liked to have announced her just done on Friday, but she was trying, so I wasn't
Right.
gonna do that to her.
Yeah. I think for me, I don't really have anything negative. I think maybe like for the movie, I was trying to see I may have had the day and the time mixed up on it, or it happens where the wrong disc gets thrown in or whatever, but that's not a major thing here or there. So I don't really have a worse thing, I don't think.
Well, keep thinking of things we can improve upon, because and I don't say this, it's not to be like, oh, um, I don't even know the personality type I'm trying to describe, but I just truly wanting to improve it, and
Mhm.
I need good feedback to do that, because I can't look at everything objectively,
Right.
or I don't have the time to catch everything.
Yeah, because you're running a million places usually. So
What about you, Zach? What was the worst part of it?
I'm not going to say anything negative, but I will say I'm glad that I didn't have a spot in the lobby and I got
Yeah.
a spot in the main room. That was positive. They, I felt like I don't know. I felt like the main room's where it's at. Like sprucing up the lobby would definitely be a good thing for you, for
I
sure.
think
Yeah.
so. I think those vendors did all right, but it kind of like it loses a little bit of its feel, and I don't know. You can lose people real easy once they walk out of that bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
you know.
I know my wife bought a few candles from the Venus Complete, I think it is, that was out in the lobby. So I think being there helped him out a little bit because everybody noticed his candles. But
But I think we
yeah,
can do. I think we can do better with it. Um, it just. I don't know. I think the lobby could be just as lively for everybody as the main ballroom, and that's one of my
yeah,
things. I want atmosphere and everything else out there, because you don't really need it in the main room with the guests and stuff. But if the lobby has the right stuff going on, it's going to keep dragging people out there and looking for
Mhm.
expensive tables. And
For sure.
that's something we'll be working on for sure.
yeah, yeah. Like I didn't spend too much time browsing the lobby, but I definitely think if you can add atmosphere out there, that'd be something that definitely get those vendors more attention.
Yeah, that's the goal. So we'll have to talk more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm gonna put you guys in costumes running around out there.
I'll do it. I'll pop out of a coffin every few hours or something.
Yeah.
Run around. Yeah.
That's the goal too. Is I would love to try to get more cosplay. It's never been a big thing at Horror Realm.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like I don't know if I saw anybody dressed up because we're just kind of doing our own thing, not really paying attention to that. But yeah, I think maybe not a contest, but there's always room to get cosplay in there, I think. So yeah. Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys for taking a few minutes to chat, kind of recap Horror Realm, and
It was nice just seeing you guys, honestly.
yeah, I know. I feel like it's been 84 years, like that lady on Titanic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Oh.
I feel that.
A teaser. If all goes well, Zach and Horror Realm might have a little
Oh yeah.
prize for everybody while we're all locked down in the next week or two. That's
Must
the
do.
Nice.
Keep your eyes on the prize, kids.
That means I got to start working out at home, I think.
Yeah,
So,
dude, you better get that yoga on at least.
yeah, I overdid it lifting Monday. Like, I'm just sore in the chest. So I made today an off day. But
Keep going, man.
Yeah, keep pushing.
I gotta stay at it. I can't let the gym close get me down because then it
Yeah,
gets all weird in my head.
Yeah.
So you just keep powering through.
yeah,
I honestly
definitely.
wish I had more equipment here at home. I'm regretting that a little bit.
It's okay, man. Body weight's all you need, really.
Yeah, I have too much of that. I can't lift that much weight, Zach. I need small dumbbells.
You're right. All right, I'll tighten you up, man. I got a bunch of stuff. I'll hook you up.
Awesome. Well, that covers it for us, and good seeing you guys. Hopefully, we'll see you sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. We'll talk.
I'm around, so anytime you want to do it.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll be over next week. We'll figure it out.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate everything.
Stay
Yeah,
safe.
thank you guys.